another edition of KPW War Zone. It is I, Tapey Styles, calling the action down the middle because I am the only man that knows how to call the action as fit. Tonight we have a stacked, jacked, jam-packed card coming your way. In the main event tonight, we have a proper first blood match for the Hardcore Championship. Count Cracula holding back last night in that triple threat match against Big Bernard, who would go on to win the championship from Popcorn Poppy. He's finally getting his retribution the same way this all began. A first blood match. Also on the card, we have the Scheme going up in a tag match. The debuting tag team of the Scheme, Mozzie Bloom and Bilko Landley, going up against the returning Murder Hornets, Wasp and Mosquito. And more action to come. And it appears that we're being visited now by our reigning world champion, Oliver English. And he's got a live microphone.
With how fast I was able to put down tape last night, you were damn right I deserved this, bruh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are looking at a man that is now worthy of calling himself the Monarch. Look at this lovely Platinum World Championship belt they awarded me. Something to finally match the crown, the jacket, and the scepter. I'm gonna stick up the asses of each and every person that believed I would never be able to wear a championship as prestigious and as beautiful as the one around my waist. I told you all, I needed this title. I needed this more than anybody could ever imagine. And I wanted to say this to all my loyal subjects, now that I have this belt. Thank you. I'm not here to talk a big game about how much of a role model I could be to the fans around the world, or the boys in the back. I'm not here to be an absentee world champion either, Mon. Winning prizes based off of benign playground poop and fart jokes. That's Yankee shit, and that isn't gonna fly here in KPW. I am here to fight the best of the best because only the serious wrestlers are gonna stand a chance here in KPW. Our next monthly special, Hardcore Heaven, is on May 26th. Considering the fact that I need to defend this title every 30 days, now is a good time to announce a #1 contenders match for Warzone next week. And there are only 2 men fit for the job next week on Warzone. The first man is Bam Dardino. When you start your career pushing Jim Ross, Ding, and the Source to their limits, you're a lot more than a blue chipper rookie, bruv. Let's just hope he stays focused on the opportunity at hand and not whatever godforsaken movie Pierre Cinema is about to put out. Now let it be stated that I was never a mad king of the squared circle. I'd like to say that my record here in KPW has been perfect, but the truth of the matter is that it's not. There's one teeny tiny little blemish on it, and it happened all the way back at Spring Stampede. Sergeant Foxtrot, you pinned me in the middle of the ring that night. I got the gold rush opportunity that should have been afforded to you. I won this pretty platinum with the spot that should have been yours. If you want to take another shot at Oliver motherfucking English, show the world that it wasn't a fluke that night. Next week in the main event of Warzone, It'll be Bam Dardino going one-on-one with the war hero, Sergeant Foxtrot. Whoever wins gets to fight me at Hardcore Heaven for the KPW World Heavyweight Championship. So to the both of you men, I bid you good luck because you're gonna need it.
And there you have it. A landmark State of the Monarchy address by Oliver English, our new world champion. Laying it all on the line for us. Hardcore Heaven, May 26th, our next monthly special, where every match will have a stipulation attached to it, and laying out who the two potential challengers will be for his championship. Bam Dardino and the man that previously defeated Oliver English at Spring Stampede, Sergeant Foxtrot. But we're not here to make announcements for things a month in advance. We're here to get down to the action. And let's get to ringside right here, right now. And out first, we have Corey Sinclair. This was the man that Oliver English had to beat in the semifinals to get to Fully Loaded last night. What a performance by Oliver English. On top of all that, just being able to mow through all of the competition in that Gold Rush tournament. Both of these men would be in the Gold Rush tournament over the past month. Both of them ended up losing to our now world champion. It almost seems fitting that these two men would be put in a ring against each other to start the newest episode of War Zone. Both of these men in the ring are currently winless in KPW. Slarty starting it off hot with a military press slam. Corey going with the roll-up pin. Corey would lose matches against Solo and Oliver English. He might actually have one win to his belt. As I go back with the production truck here to check the records. Corey Sinclair has a victory on the debut episode of Warzone over Ding. Oh, Slarty's busted open. Starting the match off with high intensity, high pressure. What has come to be a staple of the Corey Sinclair match. Corey is a master of leg-based and head-based offense. Pop-up cutter by Slarty. Corey immediately getting up. Corey blocking those patented punches of Slarty, those hooks, those jabs with a headbutt. Sleeper hold. Slarty's blocking the rope. Corey was in no man's land there for a second. Slarty spearing into the turnbuckles there. Armbar attempt broken up by the ropes. Corey going with that patented wheel kick. That almost knocked Oliver out in their bout. Slarty returning the favor. We got a bloodbath to start the show. Slarty put in that lion tamer. Corey gets to the ropes with his leg. Enziguri by Slarty. Slarty is on a mission here tonight. He is here to rectify all the losses that he had to go through in the past month. He was the first man out in the Four Corners match. He was the first man out of the Gold Rush tournament to determine the first ever world champion. He took the pin 1 week ago for him and Sigma Shuko. Things are just not going the way Slarty intended them to here in KPW. He is hoping to turn the corner tonight. Corey looking for that belly-to-belly suplex. Slarty going for that headlock takeover. Sizing up Corey, middle of the ring. He's pulling the elbow pad in place. He could be sizing up Corey for that patented Slarty lariat. Going back to the chops. Slarty opting not to go for the pin there, instead going for a springboard moonsault off the second rope and unfortunately missing. Slarty has just been vicious tonight. He is just on top of Corey here, giving him no time to breathe, no time to waste with him. I think this is the first time in any Corey Sinclair match where he has not had the clear advantage going into the opening minutes here. Corey with a brain buster. Slarty with the uppercut. That might be it. Corey's getting back up. He somehow mustered the strength to get back up after that nasty uppercut. We saw how those lariats, those clotheslines how nasty they could be. One half of the Raging Bulls, Willie Nixon, taken out by a clothesline in the tag team championship match at Fully Loaded. He's been diagnosed with a mild concussion. He's not even remotely clear to compete. Corey is knocked out. Slarty getting his first victory by referee stoppage. Wasting no time. Putting Corey out for the count with that pop-up cutter. Winning by TKO. Corey was in a rough predicament before that, getting knocked windy by that uppercut just a few short minutes ago. But Slarty wasn't looking to stop there. He finished the job with this textbook, picture perfect pop-up cutter. Congratulations to Slarty, who is no longer winless in KPW. What a performance. And as we get to our next bout here, we have Solo going up one-on-one with the debuting headband Tommy Tanks. We haven't seen him in action, not even once. Since him and Big Bernard have been taking over the hardcore title scene. Big Bernard screwing Count Cracula out of that first blood match with help from Tommy Tanks and a crooked referee at Spring Stampede. The hardcore battle royal continued the growing tensions. Now comes headband Tommy Tanks himself right there. Big Bernard in tow. The hardcore champion in tow, who got the win over Popcorn Poppy in that triple threat match last night. What a bloodbath that was. That ring crew is still mopping up blood from the ring mats earlier this morning. Now we have Solo, who's never stayed too far away from the hardcore title. He's not too far out of sight. One has to wonder if beating the partner of Big Bernard, the partner in crime, Tommy Tanks, is gonna elevate him into a title shot. Solo's out of the ring. He's in dangerous territory. Tommy Tanks just surveying the scene like a shark, smelling blood in the water. Now it's very much believed that Big Bernard's title reign is already a tainted win. A lot of people have been saying that Big Bernard didn't earn that victory. He didn't do all the work to make sure that Popcorn Poppy stayed down last night. Spinning elbow by headband Tommy Tanks. That innovative offense there. He might be outmatched here by Solo, leader of the scrapyard. Irish whip into the ropes. Big drop kick by Solo. Big club to the chest. And Tommy spills out to the floor. Big suicide dive by Solo. Spinning kicks by Solo outside of the ring. Tommy Tanks picking him up for a pile driver on the ring, outside of the ring. There is not a lot of padding there to protect you from the concrete surface outside of the ring. Any kind of offense out there is detrimental to the health of these wrestlers. Tommy Tanks going low with a headbutt to the groin. Crowd not approving of that one. Not one bit. One has to wonder, you know, what kind of condition is Tommy Tank's gonna be in? Is he gonna be able to be at ringside with Big Bernard in our main event tonight for the Hardcore Championship, a first blood match? Big Bernard versus Count Cracula. Count Cracula, of course, he had every opportunity to break up that pin last night, every opportunity to win the belt for himself. But he stood there and just let Big Bernard get the pin. Because now he gets to go up against him tonight and get his retribution, get the first blood match that he wanted a month ago with higher stakes at hand here. Irish whip back into the ropes, a kick to the gut, sending Solo down to the mat. Big kick to the head of Tommy Tanks. Leapfrog into a shoulder block by Tommy Tanks there. Going low again on Solo. Kick to the thigh. Kick to the head. Now for a man the size of Solo, he's surprisingly agile. You do not want to take any of his offense for granted here. Tommy Tank's just targeting that gut region on Solo like it's a big... like there's just an X in the middle of his chest. Big chop to the chest. Big kick to the head. Tommy goes for a kick and Solo blocks it to drop the elbow on the leg. Solo looking for another kick to the head. Tommy scouted it. Tommy going for a suplex. Solo scouted that in return. Floating over. Solo's already back to the ground. Getting a one-on-one match with Solo is no easy job. His pain tolerance level is absurdly high. He does not have a jaw of glass. Camel clutch attempt. Broken up as Solo reaches the ropes. Jumping clothesline by Tommy Tanks. The headband Tommy Tanks. Blocking the gut. Scoop slam. Raining down some punches. Referee getting in to break it up. DDT. Elbow into the ropes, punching him out of the ring. Looked like Tommy was gonna go for some kind of apron dive. He thought better of it though. Keep in mind that there's a 20 count for competitors outside the ring. Solo go for a big dive. Flipping over the top rope. Reaching for the sky on that. If Tommy Tanks wasn't so careful, he could have been counted out there. Drop kick into the turnbuckle. Oh, Solo's calling for it. The buck and scrap. Cover. 2, 3. Solo puts away Tommy Tanks. Big Bernard is without an insurance policy for the first blood match tonight. Tommy Tanks looked to have the advantage for the majority of this match, and it all turned tides the moment Solo landed that flip over the top rope. Going for all or nothing. Solo gonna be sending a message to whoever walks out the hardcore champion here tonight. He's potentially the next man in line for something like this. You're gonna have to see how this progresses over the next coming weeks. One has to wonder if Solo's gonna be punching his ticket into hardcore heaven. Will Big Bernard be able to hold the title until hardcore heaven? Who knows? Who knows? As we move on to our next bout, we have the returning Murder Hornets, Mosquito, Wasp, ready to go. They've been out of action for a month, going up against the Scheme. The debuting tag team. The masters of multi-level marketing. Bilko Landley and Mozzie Bloom. And out come but first, here comes the Murder Hornets, bringing those heads to the ring as an intimidation tactic. Out comes Mozzie Bloom, leading the charge for his partner. These two men making their KPW debuts here tonight. And they mean business. They're nothing but business. Whether or not that business is an honest one, an ethical one, and a moral one, that does not matter to them. They will step on whoever to get their way to the tag team titles. Mosquito with an early advantage here over Mozzie. Suplex. Irish whip it to the ropes, back elbow. Nicely done. You know, the scheme, they're here because they're trying to preach to people that their success can trickle down to the people here in the Kumite Coliseum, which is a bit disingenuous. If you want success, you have to go out and get that yourself. You don't just hope for other people to do the job for you. You have to go out and get it. Bilko's the legal man. Wasp is the legal man. Big body slam by Bilko. As Wasp goes spilling out of the ring over the top rope. Irish whip. Bilko looked to beat Wasp in the middle, trying to go for that spinning wheel kick, did not get all of it. He got all of it that time. Collar and elbow tie up. You know, these murder hornets, they're just trying their absolute hardest here to make a splash back in the tag team scene. After that devastating 6-minute loss to the Boise Boys at Spring Stampede, we haven't seen or heard from them since. They've been spending the last month just training rigorously. Spinning kick to the back of the head of Mozzie here, who is now the legal man against Wasp. Trading drop kicks. Headbutt. And Mozzie's busted wide open. And with how everything's going tonight, the ring crew is going to be paid extra for having to clean up all this blood for the past 24 hours. People have just been bleeding left, right, and center. Rope break. All 4 men in the ring. Order is starting to break down here. Mosquito getting the upper hand on Mozzie. Big drop kick to Bilko. Irish whip. Ozzy trying to sneak in those knees to the back. calculate those shots. He might hit a kidney. He might hit a liver even. Oh, big backbreaker in the corner of the ring by Bilko. What must up? What goes up must come down. Arm drag. A second arm drag. These two teams getting the opportunity of a lifetime tonight. Filling the void of the Raging Bulls. Who knows when they'll be returning to action. Ojo Perry just... he's gonna be in for the training of a lifetime. He's gonna have to get his partner through the recovery process. And we wish Willie Nixon a speedy recovery. Wasp going for that hip attack. Might be another intimidation tactic. Drop toe hold by Bilko. Had that scouted. Mozzie getting in. Northern Lights suplex pin. 1 count. Bilko just whipping Wasp's head into the turnbuckle pad there. Back and knock him all loopy. Back body drop right into the corner of the ring. Tag. Mozzie dominating the Murder Hornets' corner of the ring. Big splash into Wasp, who goes flying into the barricade here. Big splash attempt again by Mozzie, not getting all of it. Mosquito going for a dive, not getting any of it. Mozzie looked like he was sizing up to go for another big dive. There was a... he had plenty of space to land with that. He had quite the runway to aim for. Thought better of it. Bilko getting slammed into his partner. Another Irish whip, drop kick. Roll up attempt, 1 count. A big forearm to the back. The lumbar region of Bilko. A taste of their own medicine as the Murder Hornets have some miscommunication, courtesy of Bilko. Going for a choke in the middle of the ring. A bit unsportsmanlike. If the scheme could retrace the steps of the Boise Boys, this could be their launching pad to the tag titles. But there's a lot of other tag teams out there that want a shot at the Boise Boys now. Like The Coney Island Express, Frank Lizzo, Hugo Johnson. Also have Slarty and Sigma Shuko, who made their foray into the tag team division. Taking on any opportunity that comes their way. Much like these four men here tonight. Tag is made. Mosquito's in. Shoulder tackle through the ropes. Big club to the chest. Mozzie falls out of the ring. Mosquito choosing to go up top. I don't think he was going to get any kind of distance close enough to Mozzie. Arm breaker by Bilko, who's not the legal man. Mosquito caught in between a rock and a hard place here. As the scheme looks to divide and conquer. Isolate a section of the ring here. Split the ring in half and just dominate that side of the ring. You know, the scheme, they're always up to something. They're always planning something devious, something to take advantage of other people. And they look to achieve that goal tonight against the returning Murder Hornets. German suplex countered into a flip. Bilko landing on his feet there. Jawbreaker. Wasp working down the knees of Bilko Lanley. Backbreaker. Figure four. Oh, we have a heel hold in the middle of the ring. Excuse me. Pile driver. Connected. Big Uranagi into the corner. That's the most devastating spot of the ring. In between these ropes, inside the ropes. Head scissors by Wasp there, as tagging a Mosquito immediately after, who's regained a bit of energy. These two teams evenly matched here as we get closer to the 15-minute mark. You know, these tag team matches, they're clear to go for 45 minutes tops. If it gets to that 45-minute mark, then neither of these teams will be eligible to challenge the Boise Boys at Hardcore Heaven. Big chops, big overhead punch. Looked like Mosquito was going for that jumping roundhouse drop kick. He might have misjudged the distance of Mozzie there in the corner. And that cost him now because Bilko is the legal man. He's taking advantage of the situation. He was trying to choke him out in the middle of the ring. I mean, what kind of co-workers try and choke each other out on national television? That's just ridiculous. Stereo offense by the opposite teams. Springboard elbow. Another Uranagi right in the middle of the ring. That's as good as it's gonna get, though. Trying to close the gap here. Mozzie missing that drop kick to break it up. Luckily, Wasp was able to kick out of the Uranagi in time. Going for a splash out of the corner there. Dragon screw. And if you heard the news earlier tonight, next week's show, a #1 contenders match to determine the first challenger for our world champion, Oliver English. It'll be Bam Dardino going up against Sergeant Foxtrot. A big Uranagi to Mosquito outside of the ring by Mozzie. Bilko dragging Wasp to the middle of the ring here. Pinfall attempt. Mosquito getting in to break it up. Gonna have to return to his corner. Get a hold of the tag ropes. Another pinfall attempt. And Bilko gets it. The Scheme making a big debut. Picking up a win over the Murder Hornets. Spoiling the party. Now a 17-minute tag team match that could take the wind out of anybody's sails there. Exhaustion kicks in at that point. This was around the point last night at Fully Loaded when Willie Nixon got knocked out with that clothesline. But one has to wonder if the Scheme could continue this kind of momentum as they face the other teams in the tag team division. Congratulations to the Scheme as they step on top of the Murder Hornets here tonight. And now it's time for the main event. A match that we've all been waiting for 1 month in the making. We have Big Bernard going up against Count Cracula for the Hardcore Championship. And not just any regular match, not just any standard match. But a first blood match. Out comes Big Bernard, a hardcore champion. Defeated Popcorn Poppy for that. at Fully Loaded last night, Count Cracula was involved in this match as well, opting not to break up the pin that gave Big Bernard this title, knowing that the first blood match that he's been waiting a month to have properly is now for the gold. The joy that Count Cracula would have if he were to go on and win this first blood match and make Big Bernard's title reign just a day long. The shortest title reign in KPW by far if this happens. This could be a short match. This could go the distance. This is gonna be rough, tough, heavy, and brutal. Now Cracula has Big Bernard in the corner there, away from his partner in crime, Headband Tommy Tanks, who surprisingly accompanied him to ringside after that loss to Solo earlier tonight. Double underhook suplex. Irish whip, running the ropes. Now Cracula miscalculating that spinning wheel kick. Maybe the eye patch is hindering his vision. This match will go for as long as it takes, as long as it needs to. Back elbow. Didn't knock Count Cracula down. Big Bernard saw that one coming. Abdominal stretch. Big back elbow by Big Bernard. Another back elbow. Trying to go for that waist lock grapple there. Camel clutch by Big Bernard. No rope breaks, no TKOs, no pinfalls. You can put people in submissions for as long as you want. The only way that this match is going to end is if somebody bleeds here tonight. Military press slam. A second military press slam. Big Bernard taking the moment, the hot dog and grandstand, delivering those mounted punches. He's trying to open up any kind of wound that he can on Count Cracula. Big chop to the throat. Count's gonna have to watch out for Tommy Tanks. He could be the difference maker in this first blood match. Big back suplex by Big Bernard. Punch to the head. Trying to go for a headlock takeover there. Countered with a sidewalk slam. Big Bernard going up top and dropping an elbow. Regulation right down the middle. Clothesline by Count Cracula. This is getting serious. This is far beyond any kind of compromise at this point. These two men just want to hurt each other. This could be taking years off of their career. Who knows what kind of effect that this will have on their personal lives outside the ring. And speaking of outside the ring, Big Bernard taking Count Cracula out. And now they're slugging it out in front of the fans here in the Kumite Coliseum. We're here to announce that KPW is moving venues in 2 weeks. As we move out of the Coliseum and into the Kumite Forum. Two-handed chokehold. Big Bernard returning to that choke. Pulling the foot in Count Cracula's face. Trying to cut off the blood flow to his brain. Which might not be the best idea. You cut off the blood flow, you're not going to get anything out. Big Bernard has been nothing but dominant in the opening minutes of this bout. Connecting with the elbow. It looks like anytime Count Cracula tries to get some kind of momentum back, tries to mount up a comeback against Big Bernard, it's just immediately broken up. This might have just been a complete and utter mismatch. You know, initially this was just business for Big Bernard. Now it's personal. And we wondered at Fully Loaded last night in that Hardcore Championship triple threat match, with how much blood they were spilling in that match already, were they going to have enough left in the tank to even do this first blood match? Was it even safe for them? As Big Bernard retreats back to these military press slams. This has just been a controlled demolition of Count Cracula here tonight. These two will not give up. There's the agility of Big Bernard reversing that wrist lock. Returning to those punches. Count's in rough shape here. Finally getting in a Manhattan drop on Big Bernard. But you don't get any kind of momentum like that with just one move there, especially not against a man the size of Big Bernard. Going up top. Double axe handle. Now Cracula is looking for that pile driver, not getting any of it. And Big Bernard's about to make him pay for that as he returns back to the military press slams. As he makes very liberal use of his special here. You'd have to imagine at this point of the match, it would have been all said and done. Big leg drop from the second rope, the deadliest rope of them all. Russian leg sweep. Count's not doing good. The Count finally getting that pile driver in. He's been looking for that all match. He was going for that headlock again. He's paying for it dearly with that sidewalk slam. Surely at this point in the match, the Count's got to be bleeding at least internally, right? We're not gonna know until we see it. We can't see what's going on with his organs, but they are being scrambled, mashed up, slammed, compressed, crushed by Big Bernard. Perhaps crack is the only thing keeping this man going, as no one man can withstand so many military press slams by Big Bernard, the 300-pound behemoth. Big Bernard showing no respect to the Count. That low blow. Another chokehold by the hardcore champion. You know, this really could be Count Cracula's last match. I 100% believe this. The come down that he's gonna have tomorrow morning, win, lose, or draw, which is clearly impossible unless a state marshal intervenes for the safety of one of these competitors. Returning back to that military press slam. This is just relentless. All you have to do is just make one another bleed. You win this match by busting the opponent wide open. Bicycle kick to Count Cracula. A little bit of blood is all it takes. Big Bernard mocking the Count. Flapjack. And stomping out the knees. I wouldn't be surprised if the next time we see Count Cracula, he's just wearing a full body cast. becoming all too familiar with this military press slam. This entire bout has been firmly in control of Big Bernard. The Oklahoma slam. Spinning elbow after sending the count into the ropes. A leg drop. Immediately follow it. Kitchen sink. Headbutt by Big Bernard. At this point, the count's just fighting to survive at this point. It doesn't even matter if there's blood involved or not. If he's able to walk away from this bout, that's just a miracle in itself. Release German suplex right into the corner of the ring. Big Bernard just going low on Count Cracula. Maintaining control of the match. Snapmare by the Count. Punch into the turnbuckles here. The Count going for a roll-up pin. You can't score a pin in a first blood match, not like last time. You gotta do this by the books now. Big Bernard getting sent to the outside. The Count looking for a press over the top rope. Not getting any of it. Scoop slam. Delivering those punches outside of the ring. This could be the break that he needs. He's mounting up a comeback. Big Bernard going with that overhead punch. Trying to open up the wounds from last night. Count was looking for a baseball slide there. Another sidewalk slam. Another flapjack by Big Bernard. Looked like he was going to go for another double axe handle from the top rope. Chose against it to try and outwit the Count. Breaking the back of the Count. Forearm to the lumbar region. Lifting him up high. Delayed vertical suplex. Big clothesline. Bulldog. Another clothesline. Big Bernard has not received any significant offense against him until now. Count Cracula is trying to shift into a second gear here tonight. Dragon screw targeting the legs of Big Bernard. Trying to slow down the mobility, weaken the legs. He's not going to be able to lift up Count Cracula for that military press slam anymore. He doesn't have legs to stand on. Bicycle kick countered into a Manhattan drop. Small cradle there. Saw that coming. Another delayed vertical suplex. Punches to the head. This could open up Bernard. And nothing yet. Now, if this was a typical match, if this was our run-of-the-mill standard match, a singles bout, and it was a non-title bout, this match would be ending in 13 seconds, but it's not because it's a hardcore title match. He's going for it, the Transylvania drop. A lifting DDT. That's a good way to open up a wound. Control is firmly with the count now, and Big Bernard goes low out of desperation this time. He's aggravated that he can't put down Count Cracula. No matter what he does, he just can't bust him open. One has to wonder, maybe both of these men ran dry on blood. Popcorn Poppy certainly did. We haven't seen him since Fully Loaded. We haven't heard any updates about his whereabouts, his condition. The former hardcore champion. Diving headbutt from the top. Big Bernard's busted open. We have a winner. The Count getting his ultimate retribution. As he overcomes the odds. And getting the win in dramatic fashion, running the risk of busting himself open in the process, as he connects with that diving headbutt right in between the eyes of Big Bernard, busting him open. I hope that was a sweet title reign for Big Bernard, because it certainly was a short one. Count Cracula, the new hardcore champion, not only getting the first blood match that he wanted a month ago at Spring Stampede, getting it fairly and justly after all the targeted attacks, the weeks of harassment by Big Bernard and Tommy Tanks. Finally getting one over. Congratulations to the Count. And that is all the time we have here for Warzone here tonight. I have been Tapey Styles, the only man fit for the job behind the booth here. We will be back next week as our Twitch champion Popo is in action against Slarty. Ding returns to action. Chris Billy is announced for action. And Sergeant Foxtrot goes one-on-one in the main event against Bam Dardino in a championship contenders match. One of those two men will be facing Oliver English at Hardcore Heaven on May 26th. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And congratulations, most importantly, to the Count.